The world was dark. It was the 10th century. Europe slumbered under a thick blanket of superstition and fear. Knowledge was a flickering candle, guarded by a few lonely monks in scattered monasteries. It was into this world that a boy named Gerbert was born. But Gerbert was different. He was curious. He was sent to the local monastery of Saint-Giraud. For most, this would have been enough. But for Gerbert, it was only the beginning. He devoured every text he could find, his hunger for knowledge impossible to satisfy. His abbot saw the fire in the young man's eyes. He set off on a long and perilous journey south. He was heading towards the Pyrenees Mountains, a gateway to another world. As they traveled south, the very air seemed to change. This was the borderland, a place where two great civilizations met. He arrived at the monastery of Santa Maria de Ripoll, nestled in the Catalan hills. Here, the library was different. It was better. In Cordoba, the largest and most sophisticated city in Europe, it had libraries containing hundreds of thousands of books, while the greatest libraries in Christendom had only a few hundred. He learned from scholars in Barcelona and Vic, who were in contact with their Muslim and Jewish counterparts. In his France, mathematics was a clumsy affair. Yet, with it, he could perform calculations with a speed and accuracy that seemed supernatural. He studied the astrolabe, a beautiful and intricate brass instrument. It turned the terrifying, chaotic night sky into a predictable, elegant system. Musical instruments like the water organ that played complex melodies powered by hydraulics, water clocks that chimed on the hour. He learned that the world could be understood through observation, experimentation, and rational thought. As Gerbert's fame for this strange new knowledge grew, so did the whispers. They were stories told in hushed tones around monastery fires and in royal courts. The most persistent of these legends involved a Saracen philosopher. The legend says this philosopher possessed a single priceless book, a grimoire. Gerbert carefully slid the grimoire from under the sleeping philosopher's pillow, heart pounding with tension. Holding the forbidden tome, he fled the house and ran into the night. He was trapped. The sea was before him, the enemy behind. According to the legend, he opened the grimoire. He read a powerful incantation from its pages. The demon spirited him away, carrying him over the sea back to Christian lands. It was a head cast in bronze.
The legend insisted that the bronze head could answer any question Gerbert asked of it.
When he built a magnificent water organ for the cathedral at Rheims, when he constructed what might have been one of Europe's first mechanical clocks. The head, powered by a captive demon, supposedly guided his every step, leading him from a French monastery all the way to the throne of Rome. He asked the name of the church. The answer came back, the Basilica of the Holy Cross in Jerusalem. When Gerbert returned from Spain, he did not hide his knowledge, he shared it. He taught his students how to use the abacus. More importantly, he became the tutor and close friend of the young Holy Roman Emperor, Otto III. Together, they dreamed of a renewed Roman Empire. Finally, in the year 999, a year many expected to bring the apocalypse, the scholar from Aurillac was elected Pope. He took the name Sylvester II. As Pope, Sylvester II worked tirelessly to reform the church, fighting against corruption and the practice of selling church offices. Pope Sylvester II died in 1003, just 4 years into his papacy. With their deaths, the brief candle of their new age flickered and went out. A bizarre legend attached itself to his tomb in the Archbasilica of St. John Lateran in Rome. It would become damp, and the sound of rattling bones could be heard from within the marble sarcophagus just before a pope was about to die. The tomb was finally opened in 1648, but the moment the air touched the body, it crumbled instantly into fine dust. Gerbert of Aurillac, Pope Sylvester II, was not a sorcerer. He was a man of courage and towering intellect. His real legacy is not a pact with a demon, but a brave quest for knowledge that helped plant the seeds of science and learning, seeds that would one day blossom into the Renaissance.